Anduin is at least most of why I wanted to make this series in the first place. No, but I really do have some amount of disdain for Anduin in this game because in every situation involving a healer, playing this character is the best choice. There's no lukewarm feelings of being okay and situationally good that were in the Ana video. This guy is busted full stop, and I guess I just have to get into it so you can see what I mean. His trait is another passive and active bunch together, and both are really solid abilities alone. The passive is a small flat heal whenever Anduin lands a basic attack. Said heal will always go to the lowest health hero near Anduin, which a manaless heal on command is already a strong tool to have, so just keep it in mind going forward. The active can grab an ally from a good distance away and make them unstoppable as they fly towards him. This literally nullifies the need for hooks that hit friendly units, because Anduin can bail anyone out if he's in position. Regardless of how well the opponents planned an ambush, regardless of how well they can chain CC, Anduin rips an ally out free of charge. Okay, so how about his Q? What's that like? Well, it's a single target heal that Anduin can start, and after a channel of 3/4 of a second, he heals approximately too much health for an ally or himself, or he just doesn't if he cancels the animation, which literally has a mind game for anti-heal effects and for the opponents to target the right hero. Sometimes the delay can cause a heal target to die before they get the heal, and sometimes it can cause Anduin to get interrupted before it finishes, though generally, I promise the delay is so much better because it fully restores the cooldown and cost if it gets interrupted. The talents for this allow it to far surpass every other single target heal, with one exception due to an even more broken talent on Deckard, but we'll get there soon. But the level 1 talent for it, Even-Handed Blessings, means that he can heal quickly and thoroughly if you keep switching targets. Binding Heal makes it so he never has to heal himself, but we'll get to why you shouldn't take this talent in a second. Inner Focus, though, helps with the absolute onslaught of healing that Anduin can provide to a single target. The bonus also stacks additively with the bonus of Even-Handed Blessings, as well as the multiplicative bonus of Piercing Light's 10% spell power. It's too much, if I'm being honest, and I'm at his second ability. But his next ability, Divine Star, is another healing ability belonging to Anduin, and the healing amount can be increased by hitting opponents. As far as I could find, there is no cap to this, so Anduin against a team of clone-type heroes can absolutely heal for way too much, and it can heal all allies that are in the way on the return path. That can include all 5 heroes on your team after hitting all 5 or more opposing heroes. The talents for this ability aren't super strong, but it also doesn't really need it since it can heal a stupidly high amount in base kit. Its damage is pretty okay, but this guy doesn't need to do damage since he's the healer class. The alternatives to this ability's talents are so much better. E is a very consistent range crowd control ability. Anduin can use it to keep away melee opponents if he's not silenced or stunned. It's also good for keeping targets from running away from his team if they aren't faster than the projectile. I mentioned Piercing Light earlier, and it's probably the best talent for Chastise just due to its ability to help the rest of the kit a ton. It doesn't activate trait to heal allies because it's not a basic attack, and it doesn't root for too long. And nothing else about this ability is silly, but that's because it's his only ability that doesn't heal allies. His ult is Holy Word. Oh, this is the game where you can choose between ultimates? Then why is one the best in the game and the other is a basic ability with a long cooldown? Yeah, so Holy Word Salvation is strong with a capital S, or overpowered with a capital everything. The ability makes every ally in the circle immune to damage and heals based on max HP percentage of the target, over 3 seconds. The only way to stop it is to interrupt Anduin specifically with a hard crowd control effect that prevents casting, which, if Anduin is smart, he holds on to this ability as much as he possibly can and waits until after the CC hits to pop it. This ability can make teamfights heavily sway towards his team's favor, even if it's used to a mediocre effect. There are a few instances of invulnerable or protected effects on ults, but only one that can affect an entire team, and it doesn't heal them in the process. The difference between protected and invulnerable is that you can still be affected by CC while protected, but he can make his allies invulnerable when he gets to level 20. So, if they have an AoE crowd control effect, even if they're in the dead center of Anduin's team, he is the only one that gets affected by it. And if they don't crowd control him before it's over, it's only a 20-second cooldown. A full team damage and crowd control immunity for 3 seconds while they heal 30% max HP on a 20-second cooldown. This ability alone is too much, even if he didn't have 3 other ways to heal allies in his base kit. I'll tell you about his other ultimate, but it's super underwhelming. Light Bomb puts a bomb on a target allied hero that explodes after 1.5 seconds, stunning everyone in range for 1.25 seconds, and shields them based on the amount of heroes hit. It's good for continuing a CC chain, but its effect is weak for literally warning the enemies that it's coming. Diablo's ult that stuns after warning the opponents lasts for half a second longer. It's just not as great, as it doesn't heal, only possibly helps with team fights, and has too long of a cooldown for how pathetic its effect is. Shields do honestly help with buying time to heal your targets, but so does complete damage immunity, so take that as you will. I have a good bit to say about his talents, since a few of them aren't exactly tied into his abilities like most heroes. I'll quickly mention Lightwell, since it's an ability to heal allies in side lanes, but it's not a lot of healing. Not needing to be where the healing happens is always good, so if I'm playing with a Proteus or a Junkrat, then I'll sometimes grab this to keep them topped up. But strap in, because we're cranking the number of abilities Anduin can heal allies with even more. Level 7 allows him to gain a manaless ability that heals for like 1.5 times as much as Flash Heal, but instantly. The only downside to this is that he has to be in an animation for 2 seconds, or if you see a crowd control ability that lasts less than that incoming, you can reduce this forced animation. The next super noteworthy one is Lion Speed, since it adds a healing effect to the active part of his trait. Though all of his movement talents at level 13 are pretty good depending on the situation. I tend to like push forward more than the others, particularly because I don't need the extra healing of Lion Speed, and because a movement speed bonus lasting the entire fight is really good. With those discussed, I have essentially described my go-to build when playing Anduin, and hopefully described why I think it's ridiculously strong, from the several healing abilities to the making allies immune to everything. Only one healer comes close to his healing output regardless of team composition, and no other healer makes the opposing tank hold out on using crowd control abilities during a fight. The feelings I have for him are negative because I think he contributes to making the game way less enjoyable by way of deciding any allied target he desires to never, ever have to respawn a single time unless said target plays extremely poorly. He can also peel himself pretty effectively, so if he doesn't get one shot, he's going to carry out his mission of keeping that one allied hero alive. Which could be a high damage carry, but it could also be a bruiser that's capable of winning fights alone with enough healing. There's essentially no way to stop the team that Anduin is on from fulfilling their composition's optimal number of healing abilities this guy has, on top of just being able to bail out teammates left and right for nothing but a cooldown. Putting it into perspective, he has 7 unique ways to heal teammates, as opposed to the usual healers with 2 or 3. It makes playing against him feel so unreasonable and contributes towards really feeling the poor balance.